everyone, I'm Fran.
I'm John.
And we are the
Corporate Breakout Couple.
And this is Snuffy. If you've been following us for a while now, you'll know that we moved from Singapore to Penang last year in 2022. And we've been living in Penang for a while now. Although we don't really live in Penang because we've been traveling quite a bit. So however, today's video is an informal session where we will kind of answer all your questions about Penang. What is it like staying here as a local and as a Singaporean?
We have covered quite a fair bit on Penang, whether it's on cost of living or early retirement in some of our previous videos. Do check them out. But today, we actually want to go deeper into Penang and what makes Penang unique.
Please like this video and subscribe to join our YouTube family, and let's begin. Let's talk about security. That's the first thing that people will ask whenever they know that we're living in Penang. As a Penangite, I actually feel that the safety in Penang and the security has increased over the last few years, especially after COVID. And my friend actually eloquently put it in the sense that he said that the gig economy has helped people to, not want to do bad things anymore, and they want to earn a respectable and honest wage. Because last time there used to be a lot of snatch thieves roaming around the areas in town and the neighborhoods, and because of the gig economy, like for example, you can become a Grab delivery driver, a food panda driver, a Grab driver, and it's all an honest wage. They don't really need to resort to doing the bad stuff.
Yeah, actually I feel that as well as a Singaporean. Pre-COVID, when I come here as a tourist, of course, I felt that Penang didn't seem as safe as it is today in terms of people on the road, in terms of like you see a lot of motorbikes, maybe my mind is playing tricks, suspiciously moving around. But I think my feel in terms of safety as a Singaporean staying in Malaysia or in Penang for that matter is it does feel safer, and people seem to just leave you alone.
Yep, and we've been traveling to the different states around Malaysia, and I can honestly tell you, I feel that Penang is one of the safest states in Malaysia.
That's right, I agree.
I'm very blessed to be a Penangite, and after I came out of Penang to live in Singapore, only then could I actually truly appreciate the beauty of Penang. And let me explain to you why. Penang is a smaller island compared to, say, Singapore, and it's surrounded by sea and hills 360 degrees. So, even a innocent drive to lunch or to dinner, you're actually surrounded by either the sunset, or if it's breakfast, it's the sunrise. You've got the sea on one side, you've got the hills on the other. So Penang is actually really very beautiful, very pretty. I was going to say pretty and beautiful, so you eat it out like that, right? And I just feel so grateful every time we take a drive out around Penang. It's such a gorgeous place to be in.
Yeah, and then the sea, right? The sea, you can see into the horizon.
Yeah,
there are no ships. There are no ships that's blocking the view. So it's really beautiful to drive, especially on a bridge coming back or going out of Penang Island.
Yeah, and of course you can have drinks by the sea, looking at the sunset. You can have coffee while looking at the sunrise. So there's a lot of nature things that you can actually do in Penang, which you may not be able to be is accessible in the other states.
Well, actually, just something to add. It's actually slightly hotter in Penang Island than, for example, in Singapore. Maybe about 2 degrees hotter.
Yeah,
because
I always check because it's very hot.
Penang Island is slightly smaller. In fact, it's quite a bit smaller than Singapore, which is actually an island, but because of the land mass, the amount of heat that's trapped is not as much. And then Penang Island has a lot of hills, right? So it tends to be hotter here in Penang, and that's one thing to note.
Let's talk about housing and accommodation. So back in the 80s and 90s, most of the people that I knew stayed in landed housing because, there weren't any apartments or condos developed much back then. However, now in 2023, Penang is getting congested, so the developers don't have much land to actually build a lot of landed housing. So you see a lot more condominiums coming up, and all of them are really very high rise.
Because Penang Island land is limited, so the government has actually invested in land reclamation to actually build new apartments, new condominiums, to build upwards actually to really utilize the space. And let's not forget mainland as well. Penang, state of Penang has the island and the mainland, which has plenty of space for the government to build a lot more new developments. We've been there recently and we saw that there's a whole ton of new exciting activities, developments, and a lot of new happenings over there, which one day we'll check it out and we'll let you see as well.
Yeah, in fact, one of my favorite malls is Sunway Carnival, which happens to be in the mainland.
Yes.
One example of the happenings in mainland can be how they're developing areas to be main attraction hubs. For example, IKEA, the first IKEA to hit the state of Penang is actually in Batu Kawan on the mainland. And of course, next to IKEA, you've got a big McDonald's, and you've got also premium outlet malls, which are all the various brands out there as well. So as you can see, there's they're trying to push a lot of the attractions and happenings to the mainland because there's just a lot more space compared to the island.
Yes, that's where a lot of the new expansion plans are happening right now.
Let's talk about food!
Yay!
Okay, as everyone knows, Penang hawker street food is very famous, very delicious. Absolutely, I cannot agree more.
Unbeatable!
And you know, we've been all around the states of Malaysia recently, and I can tell you we've tasted all the foods. They're all very good. However, Penang still remains number one. Okay, now, besides the hawker street food, Penang actually has got a variety of other cuisine which is equally as delicious as well. Take for example, Thai food. The Thai food in Penang is, it really embodies a lot of the original Thai cuisine in Thailand, because we are very near to the Thai border. Hat Yai is just a 2 hours drive away, and there are a lot of Thai people living in Penang. We also have very good Balinese food. We also have Vietnam food, right? Vietnamese food as well, which are, I would say, comparable to all the original countries. Penang has a huge expat community, so when it comes to cuisine, there's no surprise that there's actually a lot of international cuisine which is actually very good compared to their home country. For example, there's a very delicious sandwich deli place, a German place, several Italian place, and of course lots and lots of authentic Japanese restaurants are available.
Not forgetting the mainland, there's a lot of new concept cafes. We were at Bukit Mertajam not long ago, and we were so surprised by the different kinds of offerings and concepts that we can discover over there.
Yeah, and the food's actually very, very delicious as well.
And so cheaper as well.
It's not just the concept and then, you know, the food's lousy, it's just very Instagrammable, but no, the food actually tastes good.
Yeah, and when you go to mainland, because rental is cheaper and they have more land, so food and accommodation tend to be cheaper there, maybe about 20 to even 40-50% cheaper. Let's talk about transport in Penang Island. What I noticed about Penang is there's always a lot of traffic and road improvement works that's going on, and I love that because the roads are nicely paved, the traffic are nicely directed, and they usually hire traffic policemen to be at key busy junctions during the peak hours in order to move traffic faster, and that's something that's very unique to Penang that I noticed about.
And talking about improvement, there's a grand plan happening right now in 2023. So Penang is going to have its very own LRT system on the island itself. Woo!
Yay! And we can actually see the developments on the roads right now. This grand plan of the LRT system connects, like for example, from the south side of Penang, where the airport is, all the way to Komta, which is the heart of town. And that is to ease the congestions on the road, as well as also give commuters more options in the future.
That's right. As you know, we have to drive everywhere we want to go in Penang. So each household has 3-4 cars even. So can you imagine if we can manage to cut that down to maybe 30-40%?
That's right.
You know, there's never a dull moment when you're in Penang. Let me give you an example. You can start your day by going up Penang Hill for a hike. And the good news is that you can actually come down via the tram so you don't injure your knees. Or you can choose to go to Emperor Villa, which is another one of our favorites, because there's a restaurant up there which cooks really delicious food at the end of your hike. Right, John?
That's right.
Okay, then what you can also do, you can go to Balik Pulau for a day trip where you can go and visit the fruit plantations, eat durian, durian, mangoes, mangosteens, and whatnot, and explore the other parts of Balik Pulau, which is a little village. Or you can choose to go into the heart of town to, take a look at all the various happenings, pop into the cafe for a cup of coffee or some dessert, or do a bit of shopping at Gurney Plaza. And of course, don't forget, there's a lot of festivals and expos happening in Penang all the time. There's a home expo, there was a pet expo last weekend, you've got Oktoberfest coming up by the German Society, there's the Bonodori by the Japanese. So there's lots and lots of activities in Penang that you can do, and you can never ever be bored. Let us know in the comments below if you have anything that you'd like to see more from us about Penang, or let us know whether you'd like to come and visit Penang, maybe even retire in Penang or have a long-term stay. There's lots and lots to see in Penang, and there's so many things to offer. We cannot simply cover them all. So let us know also in the comments if there's anything that you'd like to see from us about Penang, and we'll put it into the next video perhaps.
And if you would like to see some dollar signs, you can check out some of our previous videos on cost of living in Penang part 1 and part 2, as well as our retirement video. So you can see some of the budgets that we laid out for you to see what's it really like and how much does it cost to stay in Penang. We hope you have enjoyed this video. Do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to join our YouTube family. See you soon!
Bye!